What is going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to a new video that I kind of want to bring to the channel. Since Sun and Moon is coming out, I haven't made any videos about it, aside from the one about Magearna, and that's when I kind of sort of just stated how it was Gen 7 coming out. It was obvious, and I was right, so yay me. But I kind of wanted to make some of the new megas that I would like to see in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Now, I'm going to start off with Gen 1 if this video is well received, if it gets like 30 likes. And people leave some comments, give me some good feedback, I'll move on to the other gens. If not, then this will be a one of, and it'll be some fun for me to make. But overall, this video is 110% opinionated. Like, that's all it is. There isn't really an order, they're just 5 mons that I would like to see get a Mega Evolution in Gen 1. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the first one. The first Pokemon that I want to see from Gen 1 get a Mega Evolution is Dragonite. Not for any reason that's my favorite Pokemon, but just because having to hold the item Dragonite would be absolutely freaking hysterical. With this thing, I could see it getting like almost more like speedy offensive, because right now I don't want to say it's bulky offensive, but it's bulky offensive because it has multi-scale and things like that. I would love to see this thing get kind of like an all-around stat boost, like a little bit in attack, defense, and special defense, and then a pretty big bump in speed to make it so it can speed tie with the Lottie twins. Once it sets up a Dragon Dance, it outspeeds almost everything. I would love to see that. And plus, if it gets a little bit of an attack boost, you add in the fact that it has priority and extreme speed, it has insane coverage. It would just be so much fun to use this insane Pokemon. I would also really like to see it get a little bit more specially offensive, so that way things like Hurricane and Fire Blast and Thunderbolts are all more viable on this thing, and it's not just a standard cookie cutter or send this thing in Dragon Dance. So it would be really cool in League. However, I think if Mega Dragonite actually was a thing, it would be too broken for League format, and I think it would instantly be banned in every single league. So I might be grasping at straws, but either way, Mega Dragonite would be bad ass, and it doesn't really need an ability to make it any better, because multi-scale makes it fantastic. I love the concept of this art. I don't know who did it. I'm not good at figuring out all this stuff, so if you are watching this and this is your artwork, good job to you. But I'm sorry if you guys just heard that. But I love the artwork. I love the way it kind of turned in from like a bulky or flying Dragonite to kind of a offensive, hard-hitting, speedy type Dragonite. I think this is what Mega Dragonite should look like without a doubt. The next one I actually want to talk about is one that's kind of for a personal reason, and that's Mega Rapidash. Now, Mega Rapidash, I've seen a lot of concept arts of it turning into like a Pegasus, and I think that is all absolutely fantastic. The only problem with it turning into a Pegasus is that it would get like the flying type, and it doesn't really get any good flying type stabs. So I would like to see it remain a just normal fire type, not normal fire type, just a regular fire type, and gain the ability to levitate. I think that would be really cool, so that way it's immune to earthquakes. Stone Edge isn't then hitting it 4 times super effectively, and I would like to see this thing get a massive through the roof attack increase, like 50 points, half of the 100 that gets put into Mega Evolutions, half of it goes to this thing's attack. It would make its Flare Blitzes, its Wild Charges, everything would hit so hard, because this thing doesn't have a vast move pool. It has like Flare Blitz, Wild Charge. That's about it. So I would love it if this thing got Levitate. I would also be okay with Reckless, but I would prefer Levitate for sure, just to like take care of one of the weaknesses. Also, having a little bit of a speed boost, like a speed increase, so it could get up to 125 speed, so it would outspeed things like Mega Pidgeot, it would outspeed the Lottie twins, and it wouldn't be so much of a hindrance for only a base 105 Pokemon. It would also outspeed things like Starmie, where you could Wild Charge it. It would be really cool. And I would like to see a tiny bit of a special attack increase, higher than what I put on there, honestly. I only put plus 10. I would like to see a little bit higher than that, just so that way you can run special moves on it, like Hidden Power Ice for Landorus, and Flamethrower, and things like that, so you can run a mixed set. I think that would be really cool for Mega Rapidash, and honestly, Rapidash is one of my all-time favorite fire types. I would love to see this thing just become really freaking cool, and I'm really excited if this thing actually is in Sun and Moon. I would be happy as shit. The next one that I actually want to talk about is Mega Arcanine. Now, I couldn't think of a name for this ability, but I want it to get an ability that turns normal type moves into fire type moves. I don't want it to be a dragon typing because that's way too standard. We already have a Mega Charizard X. I want this thing to be a standalone, just straight up fire typing, but gain access to fire type stab, extreme speed, and be able to run return instead of flare blitz so you don't have to take the recoil with it. I think that would be fantastic. Since this thing also gets Intimidate before it Mega Evolves, it doesn't really need to be super speedy because it will have stab priority now. It doesn't need to outspeed everything like Starmie and things like that. So I think just a little bit to make it like over base 100 would be really cool for it. And just bumping up both of its attacks in general. I don't think it needs to be super bulky, just making it a little bit more specially and physically offensive. I think that would be awesome. Also, with adding just a little bit in attack, it makes it so that way this new ability, I don't know what I would call it, honestly. I couldn't think of anything, but it would make it so that's not too broken. Base 135, that's less than Mega Gardevoir, and I think that would be real, like, Mega Gardevoir special attack, I mean. So that would be really cool. This thing could run mixed. It could be so awesome. I would love if Mega Arcanine got this ability. I've been looking for something like that forever. I would love it if Mega Entei got it. There's so many cool things that could utilize this ability, but I would definitely want Mega Arcanine to have it, especially because Arcanine is another one of my all-time favorite fire types. It's Gen 1. It's the original awesome fire type. It just makes me so excited to think that this thing could actually be a possibility. I also love the artwork for this one on the screen. I think that it is just absolutely perfect. It symbolizes that it doesn't have to be like a dragon type thing to look awesome. It just needs a bigger mane and like a little bit more broad in its area and its neck. Oh, I love this artwork. I think that this is absolutely fantastic. But Mega Arcanine, I definitely think it's going to be happening just because it's one of people's all-time favorite Pokemon. It's like Milotic and Flygon. You know we're going to get those two in Megas. So I'm really hoping that I'm kind of close to the guess with Mega Arcanine on this one. The next one that I would really like to see is actually Mega Butterfree. Since we got a Mega Beedrill, and I said that Mega Beedrill, whenever it was first announced that it would be somewhat decent, I would love to see Mega Butterfree be really cool as well. Since Mega Beedrill got adaptability to make it more offensive, I would like to see Mega Butterfree get like a little bit more of a stability setup sweeper type ability. So I think Magic Guard would fit it really well, so that way you can switch in and rocks won't really hurt you all that badly. I think that would be really cool, so that way you're not affected by burns or anything like that. You can't be toxic, and this thing can set up pretty decently. I would take away its attack stat. I would almost take its attack stat away completely, like they did for Mega Beedrill, and I would throw it around in other places. That way, instead of 100, you have 120. I would put 45 into special attack and speed, making its special attack 135, so it can get access to Quiver Dance, making that even stronger, and making its speed 125. I think that would be really cool. So that way it can set up, it can be faster than Mega Lop, it can be naturally outspeed things like Mega Pidgeot, so it can U-turn on Mega Pidgeot before Mega Pidgeot can hit it. I think that would be really cool. And I think just adding a little bit into its defenses, like just a little itty bitty tiny bit, will help it a little bit. Making it base 95 special defense would be really cool. If you add in the fact that it can get Quiver Dance and already boost that special defense, I think that would be really awesome. And I think the way Mega Beedrill kind of sort of went into a more violent Mega Evolution look, this thing could be like a more majestic, beautiful type Mega, and I think that would be a lot of fun to see and a lot of fun to use. I really like this concept of Mega Butterfree, and I've always wanted to have more interesting starter bugs where you can actually use them and have more fun with them. The final Mon from Gen 1 that I need this thing to get a Mega Evolution, because this is my all-time favorite Pokemon from Gen 1. All time. I always had this thing on a team in Fire Red and Yellow, everything. And that is Raichu. I need a Mega Raichu. But what I really want is I want a Reckless Mega Raichu. So that way it can make Volt Tackle stronger, Wild Charge stronger, and then it can just hit so much harder than it already can, because base 90 in attack and special attack isn't that good. However, I think if you bump up its attack to 110 and then give it Reckless, it can hit much harder, and there will be very few switch-ins to it. I also think if you make it kind of sort of evenly on both attack and special attack, it would be really cool. This thing wouldn't be overly broken, but if you bump up its speed through the roof, giving it 150, that would be amazing. I would love to see it. Make this thing like a less hard-hitting Mega Aerodactyl, and I can see this thing being like UU easy because it has such cool coverage. Giving it base 115 attack means that extreme speed is cooler now. This thing would be just so awesome. I love Raichu. And giving it reckless, it can kind of sort of help it hit a lot harder on things like bulky waters, which can be a problem in league format, and this thing could just be a lot of fun to use. I would love to have another reckless Pokemon that would be a Mega, because right now the main reckless Pokemon that are actually cool are all fighting types. I would love something that isn't a fighting type to have reckless, like Emboar, Hitmonlee, Mienshao, they all have reckless. I love Mega Raichu to have reckless, just so Volt Tackle and Wild Charge could do a lot more damage, but that's just my opinion. But those are the 5 that I want to have Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Sun and Moon. If you agree, leave a like. If you disagree, leave a like. Whatever you do, leave a like. Also, go down to the comment section and let me know what 5 Pokemon from Gen 1 only, that you would like to see get a Mega Evolution. Leave some changes, some cool abilities you would like to see, and all this other stuff. I would love to know your guys' opinion because I'm extremely excited for the new Megas in Sun and Moon. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.